Look at how strong I am! Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to be installing a Badlands winch into the Spooky Jeep. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. As always, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. This winch is pretty heavy, so you might want to get somebody to help you to do all the heavy lifting. A while back, I got one of these from my local Harbor Freight, and I loved it. So I went ahead and picked up another one for my X-Shay. Now, a lot of people will tell you that the Harbor Freight winches are not that great. And you know what? They work wonderful. They might not work as fast as some of the higher end ones, but they are great and they're well worth your money. Now, this is not the Apex model. I like that one too. This one's just a little easier on the wallet, and it was on sale when I picked it up. I also recommend getting a wireless remote for these. This is a great tool, but the big importance of a wireless remote is it keeps you out of the line of fire or out of the danger zone, which is great. You don't have to be near it. You can stand well away from the situation in the safety of wherever, or you can even sit in your vehicle and run it and not worry about that cord. So we're going to go ahead and break into our box here. And inside, we're going to have our instructions, our hook. They do have other hooks for these. I think I might be replacing this one just because I like the look of the other hooks. But you got a hook. You got one of these little beauty deals here. This is actually a great tool. You put this on your hook, and when you're returning your line into your winch, you don't have to worry about your hands getting pinched in the Fairlead. Comes with your wired remote, some packaging. We've got our control box here. There's a bag with all our hardware that we need. The winch will come with one of these guys here. These are little breakers. I'm not 100% sure how they work. It's either by heat or load, something. But when it gets to be too much, it'll kick these, and you have to wait for them to re-engage before you can use your winch. Now, I don't like these. 90% of the time, when you have a problem with your winch, it's going to be right in this bad boy. I usually just hook the winch directly up to the battery. A lot of times, I just hook the winch right up to the battery. But if you prefer to have some kind of fail-safe in there, you can also put in line a golf cart solenoid. That way you can run it on a switch, so when you shut the switch off, there's no power actually going to the winch. Comes with our Fairlead, as well as the winch itself. So I've got everything we need to wire up the winch laid out on the table here. I just wanted to go over all the wiring with you while it's kind of open and it's a lot easier to see. So this is our solenoid box right here. Now these, you can mount them anywhere you want, but the wires are a little short, so you're limited on distance. But you can always add wires to this or pull the box apart and put longer wires in there if you want. What most people do is they just mount it right to the top. It even has little brackets on there right in here that you can see. So when it comes to wiring on your winch body here, it's really simple. So everything's kind of color coded. Off your solenoid, you've got this wire with this yellow cover. It's going to correspond with the yellow pad on the winch. You've got this red one with the red cover. It's going to correspond with the red on the top of the winch. And you've got this black one with the black cover. It's going to go on the black spot on the winch. Now, also off your solenoid pack, you're going to have your power wire. This is going to run back to your battery. And you've got a smaller ground wire. This smaller ground wire, as well as this black ground wire here, is going to attach to the stud on the underside of the winch. So I would recommend before actually installing the winch onto the bumper or your winch plate that you install your solenoid box as well as most of your wires. And the reason is when you put this in place, what are you doing? Hi there. And one of those reasons is when you go to run your wires, it's going to be extremely difficult, at least for the ones underneath, to get that wired up once you bolt your winch down. So what I recommend is connecting most of your wires and your solenoid box before placing your winch into place. Now when you're actually mounting your winch, you're going to be using the hardware that they give you. There's going to be 4 bolts in here that actually just go into the winch. So if your bumper is already set up for a winch, great. If not, you're going to want to line up these holes, drill them out of your bumper, and then you can go ahead and mount your winch using the hardware. What? So before I mount it on my vehicle, I'm going to go ahead and mount that relay box and hook up those wires real quick. Now where your wires connect to your winch right here, there's going to be 2 nuts on a stud. You want to remove the top nut and not the one underneath, and you're going to sandwich your cable between those 2 nuts. So in your hardware kit, you're going to have 2 little pieces like this here, as well as 2 small screws. And that's what you're going to use to secure your solenoid box. So what we're going to do is we're going to press our solenoid box on top of here. It hooks into the front, and then you might have to give it a good force down on in there. Once it's the way you like it, you can go ahead and roll this forward. And underneath right here is where you're going to be putting those little brackets with your screws. Now that that's all hooked up, we're going to go ahead and connect our ground cable next. That's the one that goes underneath. So we're going to want our little black wire as well as our ground cable that is not connected to your solenoid box. So with our ground cable connected underneath, we can go ahead and start connecting our other cables up top. Once again, really easy. Yellow goes to yellow, red goes to red, black goes to black. Alright, we're all wired up. Now we're ready to set it in place on the Jeep. Now, because your winch is going to be fitting in this pocket right here, I would recommend also installing your Fairlead before you drop your winch down in this hole, because you won't be able to get to the bolts on the back side. Alright, and I'm going to pass my assistant off again and continue on. Bye, Luke. So to install your Fairlead, it's really simple. With this one in particular, it only takes 2 bolts. So you're going to hang it up on in place, install your washer, and your locking nut. Now that that's done, we can go ahead and set our winch down in. So with our winch in place, we're going to go ahead and start adding our hardware up from underneath. Now, I already have holes here. If you do not have holes, you need to mark and drill them out yourself. But our bolts go up through and into the winch. Alright, so we're all mounted and tightened down. Now let's pop the hood and start routing our wires. Now because I am going to be routing this wire up through some tight spaces and there's a possibility of rub through, I am going to use some wire loom to wrap around this to help protect it. This stuff is really cheap. I'll go ahead and put a link in the description down below. Now to route this wire, normally what you would do is you would route it up and over to the battery, which would be over there on my vehicle. But I did install a secondary battery. If you want to know how I did that, you can check out the link up there. But because I have a second battery, which is over here, I'm going to go ahead and route my wires over here. Now, behind my winch is pretty open. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my wire, go down to the base of this, and actually come up underneath through here and behind the grill. From there, I'm just going to follow the wires that are already in here and go up and behind the headlight. I don't know how well you can see, but you can see it's all open right there. Come up through that open area, wrap it around, and come all the way around to my battery. Now for the ground wire, you can run it to ground, or you can run it all the way back to the battery. I normally make sure to run it all the way back to the battery, so I'm going to run it in the same area that I run my power cable through. So next we need to attach our hook. And in order to do so, we're going to take out this cotter pin here. Take out that cotter pin, pull out your pin. Next we're going to set it over and slide our pin back through. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and test out our winch. I'm going to spool some more out real quick. So I'm going to go ahead and hold a little bit of tension on my cable here and run it. Beautiful. I don't see any sparks here. Not this time anyways. If you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up. As always, don't forget to subscribe. Go ahead and check out some of my other videos as well. See, the trick is to lifting it is to get underneath it and heft. It also helps if you empty the box first.